We all know that feeling. The days are shorter, it's colder, lights and wreaths are starting to pop up everywhere, and the stores just shine a little brighter, and those online deals call at you just a little bit louder. That's right, the holidays are here. The holidays roll in, spending goes up, emotions run high, sales are everywhere, and before you know it, December is magical, but January is financially painful. Welcome to the Net Wealth Nest podcast, the show designed to help everyday people stop living paycheck to paycheck and start building real financial stability. I'm your host, Jim LeBeff. Today, we're talking about something that hits almost every household this time of year: holiday spending. But today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to enjoy the holidays, give meaningful gifts, host your gatherings, create memories without blowing up your budget or going into debt. Let's get into it. The first thing we need to talk about is mindset because let's be honest, the holidays aren't just about money, they're about emotions. And emotions are powerful drivers of overspending. The first one I talk about: guilt gifting. We buy more because we feel a little bit guilty. Guilty we don't spend enough time with people throughout the year. Guilty we didn't do enough this year. Guilty that our kids don't have as much as someone else's kids. We can avoid all that. Comparison. Social media shows you perfectly decorated homes, matching pajamas, giant Christmas hauls for kids, and stunning travel photos. And without realizing it, you start trying to match what you're seeing. The I deserve it mindset. This one gets a lot of people. You've had a long year. You've worked really, really hard. You've dealt with a ton of stress. So when the holiday shopping hits, your brain says, I deserve this. It's once a year. But those once a year purchases, they stack up fast. Lifestyle creep, holiday edition. This is a big one. When your income grows, your holiday spending grows too, even when it shouldn't. Instead of keeping the same budget, we upgrade everything. We look at better gifts, more gifts, bigger decorations, nicer parties, more events, and slowly the holiday season becomes a runaway train. The bottom line is overspending doesn't happen because you're irresponsible. It happens because the holidays are emotionally charged, but mindset is the first step to controlling it. So what causes your budgets to blow up? Most people think it's gifts that wreck their holiday budget, but realistically, it's a combination of a lot of small things. Of course, you have gifts, but you have things like impulse buying, especially in December when every retailer, everywhere you go, is screaming sale, sale, sale. The buy now, pay later trap. These are dangerous during the holidays. Buy now, pay later makes people believe they can afford things they probably cannot. These payments look small and they're all installments, 4 of them usually. But when you take 4 of those, now you're carrying hundreds of dollars into January and February. Default rates have been rising nationwide. And it's because we're using buy now, pay later loans for things like electronics, fashion, decor, and we're starting to see people use it for groceries now. Travel costs. Nobody puts this in their holiday budget, but they should. Gas, flights, hotels, meals, airport snacks. This stuff adds up super, super fast and can really derail you. And then hosting and food. If you host even one holiday meal, that's 60 to 150 or more in groceries, easily. The one more gift spiral. The teacher, the coach, the neighbor, the coworker, your friend's birthday party. And suddenly a manageable list becomes a runaway list. And then don't forget about all the extras. Holiday outfits. Oh, you've got wrapping paper, family photos. There are school events happening. What about the work party or the white elephant gifts, the Christmas cards that you are trying to send out? These are dozens of micro costs that nobody plans for. The knowledge takeaway here is overspending doesn't come with one large thing. It usually comes with 25 little things. Let's talk about some solutions. Here's the part where you take back control. Set a total holiday budget. Before buying anything, decide your max number. This includes all the things that we've kind of already talked about: the gifts, the food, decor. Are you traveling? Are there parties you're going to? Events, charitable giving, wrapping, stocking stuffers, cards, everything. If you don't choose a number, the holiday chooses one for you, and it's always higher than what you want. Reverse engineer your per person spending. Make a list of everybody you're buying for, set a dollar cap per person. Don't shop first, plan first. This removes all your guesswork, impulse buying, and I guess I need one more gift trap. Use the 3-gift rule for kids. Kids don't need 15 gifts. They want attention, not Amazon. A great rule is something they want, something they need, and maybe something to wear or read. Now, if you want to go a little bit higher than that, you can, especially if you keep the budget in control. So what I mean by that is while the 3-gift rule is simple, sometimes if you've done previous years where you've done a lot of gifts and you go down to this, it might be hard, especially with the young children, for them to understand how the budgeting works and why they get less gifts than maybe they got the previous year. So then you need to focus on maybe some smaller gifts. Instead of getting 2 or 3 big items, or maybe the previous year you've done 5 or 8 large dollar items, maybe you do 5 or 8 smaller dollar items. So it could be a cheap book that they might want. You can find some of these deals out there if you need to do extra gifts. So that would be one tip I would give you if you're really struggling with how do you slim back gifts that you might have done in previous years. The key is keep it simple, keep it reasonable, and keep on budget. You can usually make your budget stretch pretty far, especially if you look for basic gifts that might not cost a lot of money, but again, will drive attention and satisfaction to your kids. Pay cash or use your debit cards. Holiday spending and credit cards, they just don't mix well if you're living paycheck to paycheck, especially with interest rates so high. If you can't pay for it today, don't buy it. Avoid or limit using buy now, pay later. It deserves repeating. If you must use buy now, pay later, pick one item, not 10. And then set a hard shopping cutoff date. When you're done, you're done. Holiday overspending happens in the final 10 days before Christmas. It's one of the main reasons that retailers will run a lot of deals around Thanksgiving and early in December to try to get people to buy gifts. And then as we get closer to the Christmas timeframe or when the gift giving happens, depending on what you celebrate, they also will run a lot of nostalgic like advertisements to help you remember all the gifts under the tree. And they try to get you back in the store or back on their website. And the reason they do that is so they can get other things in front of you where you're like, oh yeah, I finished shopping for my kid or my spouse or my friend, but man, this is a pretty cool gift and they would really like that. What's one more? And that one more ends up being a lot more as you go through those final 10 days of the season. The other thing you can do is create new, cheaper traditions. Some of the best traditions cost almost nothing. Driving around to see Christmas lights, baking cookies at home, hot chocolate and movie nights, board games, a craft day with kids. Traditions don't have to have a price tag. They just need to have meaning. And that's even more important to the individuals that you're spending time with on those traditions. Really, you're protecting your January. One of the best ways to control holiday spending is to think ahead. Ask yourself, how will January me feel about this purchase? Because here's the truth. Regret typically doesn't happen or hit in December. It doesn't happen when you're giving the gift or even a few days after that. It usually hits in January when that first bill shows up or that first buy now, pay later payment needs to be made. Simple accountability tactics will help you with this. Weekly check-ins with your spouse or your partner, a spending tracker on your phone. It's about celebrating those small wins and reducing spending early if you notice that you're starting to go off track. The goal isn't to be perfect to your holiday budget. The goal is to have a controlled one. In the end, the holidays should be meaningful, joyful, and full of connection, not full of financial stress. You don't need to overspend to create special moments. You don't have to buy huge gifts to show love. You absolutely do not have to start 2026 with financial regret. If this episode has helped you, please share it with someone you care about. Chances are they're feeling the holiday pressure too. And if you want more help, stop by our website and look at our options we have for coaching or join our community. That's what we've got for you today. Again, I'm your host, Jim. Until next time, thanks for listening. And as always, keep building your net wealth nest. Net Wealth Nest LLC and Podcast is an educational platform committed to providing resources and information to empower individuals on their financial journey. Please note, we do not provide financial, tax, or investment advice. All financial decisions should be made in consultation with a qualified professional who understands your unique circumstances. Seeking personalized advice is a smart and necessary step before making any major financial commitments. Thanks so much for joining us today. If you found value in this episode, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Net Wealth Nest, and leave us a review on your favorite podcast platform. We read every comment, and they help us improve and guide what topics we dive into next. And hey, if something you heard today resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, a family member, a coworker, your barber, your barista, even a stranger in line. You never know who might need this message. Remember, building net wealth is a journey, but you don't have to do it alone. Stick with us, and together, let's grow your net wealth nest.